Hello to today's video. Today I feel a little bit like sitting naked in front of you, not really knowing what to say. The title of the video is The American Insanity, and for a moment I wasn't sure. Should I use an exclamation mark, a question mark, nothing? But in the end it's obvious. You have to use an exclamation mark. Because there's no question that what happens in the United States of America at the moment is simply insane. But because it's since a development for a longer time now, and you not see that this development will end soon, at least not before November. This makes it very difficult, for example, to write my stories, because what else should I write? Every day you get the same news. Every day feels extremer. An hour ago, so the new developments in the Roger Stone case. Should I write about it now? What did you expect from this president, Barr, and so on? And in a way I have the feeling there's no longer time to write about it, to talk about it. It would be a time to go on the street. But this shows not my problem, because I sit in Germany and I'm German. So that's the problem now for me, that I write about the United States of America, not living in the United States of America. Because it's not even possible for me to travel to the United States of America at the moment. So the situation becomes more and more surreal for me, to writing about a world situation I cannot even participate in. It would be easy if I would be an American. It would be easy. And I could go on the street, to a demonstration or whatever. I can say to other people, let's go on the street, let's do something. But I sit here in Germany. If this all would happen in Germany, it was also easy. I could go out. I could go to a demonstration also. But now the situation in the United States escalates more and more with every day, with the death rates rising now again. It's the same as 4 weeks ago, today, and yesterday, and the day before yesterday. So everything happens as it was obvious that the number of cases are rising, the numbers of hospitalizations are rising, the number of ICU ventilators, and now the numbers of deaths are rising again. So that's no surprise. It wasn't a surprise that if states like Florida or Texas or Arizona open in that way, that this will lead to a disaster. This is no surprise. This was obvious. That Roger Stone never ever will see a cell. That was obvious. You cannot be surprised about this. And yes, I can write about it, I can talk about it. But as I said, I have the feeling this is no longer time to write about it, to talk about it. It's the moment to do something. And in my stories, for example, the stand-up comedian Peter, who lives in Portland, Oregon, so talks about it, to do something. But it feels stupid for me to write about somebody in the United States that he may join a demonstration or starts a movement or whatever, sitting here in Germany. That's in a way surreal. And it's for me a very strange situation. And it becomes every day stranger. Or more strange. More strange. And yeah. So I sit here and I feel naked. Bare naked. I'm not sure how I should continue. I feel stupid in writing about the United States of America at the moment. Talking about the United States at the moment. Because the developments are so different to what happens in Germany. So I sometimes say there's not that much difference in certain things between Germany and the United States of America. But what depends on the president. So if I compare the president of the United States of America as Angela Merkel, wow, that's you not can compare them. It's impossible to compare them. And to compare the situation of Corona in the United States of America to Germany, you cannot compare this. We have some hotspots, problems in meat factories as well. But apart from this, the situation is very, very relaxed at the moment in Germany. Not that there's no possibility of a second wave or something like that. Sure. But nevertheless, I never thought that it will develop in such a fantastic way. Especially here, also here in the south, in Baden-Württemberg. At the beginning, we were a hotspot. That the whole state was a hotspot in Germany. But now it developed fantastically. So there's this huge difference between the situation and developments in Germany and the United States of America. And they are so extreme now that it's difficult to sit here and write about that. And sometimes I think about what would happen in Germany, but you cannot expect that this would happen in Germany today. You cannot expect it. Sorry. It's we have also problems with police violence. There are some scandals also in Germany. At the moment we have a problem with our elite troops, politicians, the KSK, and neo-Nazis. So also in Germany you have real problems and things to be afraid of. But all times, when I look to the United States of America, then I have the feeling about what we are talking in Germany. On one hand, that's dangerous because that may sound that we not have real problems in Germany. We have real problems in Germany, huge problems. But compared to the United States of America, this huge problem suddenly seems like banality, banal things, trivial things, in a way. Why are you talking about this? So I said, I'm not sure about what I should write later. I will write later. About what I should talk now. What else should I say? Because at a certain point, without any doubts, there's no longer a moment to speak, to say. It's a moment to act. And not in a violent way, but to do something. But again, I'm sitting here. I'm sitting in Germany. A nice, pretty Germany with a few cases every day, every week, every day. Very few deaths. But in TV is CNN International running. You see what happens there, and if I look to statistics of Germany, statistics of the United States of America, even what happens in Oregon. I mean, Peter lives in, so stand-up Peter in Portland, Oregon. Even in Oregon, they run into problems. More hospitalizations, more ICU, more ventilators. Strangely, the death rate not rises really in Oregon. So it's a very strange situation, I think, in Oregon. But if you look at Texas and Florida and so on, you not have to think about anything. In Germany, the numbers go very, very, very low now. I've said that, or I've written, that I would like to be in the United States now. But also that would make no real sense, I fear. Because, I would be there as tourist, as German. It makes also no sense. So I'm not sure how I should deal with the situation in a way that I feel it makes less and less sense to write about the United States of America, or it sounds more and more arrogant to do so. Because what should I write? Hey, we handled the crisis, the corona crisis, very, very, very good in Germany. I said it often enough, I never voted for Angela Merkel. But I can respect her. And without any doubt, even that I'm left and she's a conservative. She did a fantastic job. And also other politicians did a very, very good job in Germany. Yeah. As talked about things like that we have 9,000 deaths because of coronavirus in Germany now. Germany or the United States of America has 4 times the inhabitants of Germany, so this would mean 36,000 deaths in the United States of America. The United States of America has nearly 100,000 dead people more. 100,000. Okay, to be fair, there was New York at the beginning and the problems in New York. But 100,000, so divided by 4, this would mean 25,000 more dead people in Germany. So not 9,000, but 34,000 dead people in Germany. I think if we would have 34,000 dead people in Germany, I'm not sure what happened in Germany now. Definitely Angela Merkel wouldn't be no longer Chancellor. You not have to think about this. And to be fair, Great Britain, Boris, and what makes it also not better for me is that I see Joe Biden not as a strong opponent to the president, the current president. And sure, you have to hope that Joe Biden will win the election, but I'm not sure what will happen then. If it will be strong enough to change something in the United States of America. Yeah, and maybe I should talk about a problem I tried to write about that. So, in my stories there's always a Peter, because I would feel it as disgusting, to, for example, write a story as a German sitting in German, look situated in the United States of America, and my protagonist would be, for example, an Afro-American. Sorry? I not even live in the United States of America, but sorry, I'm definitely no Afro-American. So I cannot write about an Afro-American in the United States of America. The only thing what I can do is to write a story with a protagonist who is a white European-based American. But that means that I write all the time about this white America. Okay, I could say, for example, Caroline. So I'm still with Peter in Portland. Caroline could be an Afro-American woman. But that would sound also hilarious to me. So I never said whether she's white or... But I think it's obvious. It's Portland, sorry. So yes, she will be a white woman. Without any doubts, you not have to mention this. Or the private investigator Peter in the big city is Caroline. We have no talk about that. She's no Latina. She's no Afro-American woman. But again, this means that I all the time will write or have to write about a white America. But a white America is not a problem. It's not a white America who suffers most because of the coronavirus. It's the Afro-Americans who suffer, the Latinos who suffer. The workers who work on the fields in California suffer. The people who have 2 or 3 jobs, they suffer. But I'm none of them. Even if I would be an American, I would be a white American. So I cannot write about a Latino who works on a farm in California and has to work, has to use public transport to come to work, and all these problems. Cannot social distance and all these things. I cannot write about this. I think you should have write about this. As I was in Los Angeles in Skid Row, I had the impulse and to do something like to talk with people there and to write about the stories or so. I never did it. And also, yeah, I have sometimes problem to address other people or to talk with them, so. But there's also, what I ask myself sometimes while writing, wouldn't it be better to do it more in a way like a reporter? To ask other people about their stories. My story is boring. My story is to live in Germany and have a fucking easy life. And that I wasted my life. So I ask myself if this would be good. But I don't dare to ask these people to be fair and honest. For example, in downtown West 3rd Street, 7-Eleven, and I was there late at night and bought me a coffee or so. Sometimes a homeless stand there and asked all the time the same question, do you have some change for me? And sometimes I had the feeling it would be good to ask this man about his story, and that his story, his life, would be much more interesting than my story, my life. But I never did. I hope that I will be, or that it will be possible for me to stay at least one time more in the United States of America. Obviously it should be Los Angeles again then. There are no most in it. And maybe then I really should ask people about their life and should write about this. And maybe that would make much more sense then. But I not change something about the situation at the moment, and the situation at the moment is really surreal. So I have the feeling it's surreal for me. I live in two worlds. The world of my writing and the real world here. So sometimes I look in this direction as I see here flowers, flowers, flowers. This balcony with flowers, and the other side neighbor, and this balcony and a lot of flowers. So it's nice to look in this way or this way. Yeah, it's difficult. And at the moment I have no real idea how I should handle with this. Yeah, there's some noise in the background now, and maybe this should give me the reason to say maybe I should stop it, this video for the moment. Or no, I should stop this video. I have no idea. I'm not sure how I should handle the situation. Not the situation as the noise in the background, but how I should handle the situation as the situation, what happens here in Germany and what happens in the United States of America. So I'm very unsure about it. I will stop this video now, and yeah, I think I will drive at a place, I'm not sure at which place, with my laptop, and I will start writing. Not sure about what. And how much sense it would make. I have some business cards, and there's this sentence on it, writing, what else should I do? Maybe that's the answer. At a certain point, writing makes no sense anymore. At a certain point, talking, words make no sense anymore. At a certain point, you have to do something. But I sit in this fucking easy, nice Germany, so I can do nothing. I write about the United States of America, but I can do nothing. And that's stupid. Okay. Before the noise becomes too loud or whatever, I'm not sure if the people can expect what happens in the back to me. So let's drink some tea and thank you for listening. Thank you.